In this video, we'll look at what happens in the first hour or so after you hit start in the Ovation SP Ultra-Low protocol. Don't worry, we'll speed things up so it only takes about 2.5 minutes. The first step in the SP Ultra-Low system, and really any of our Mondrian systems, is to concentrate the initial sample. Here we're going to take it from the 50 microliter input volume down to a 300 nanoliter volume that we can work with in the cartridge. On the left side of the screen, we've raised the magnets into place near the sample ports, and we are pulling the beads down into a pellet over there. On the right side, we're dispensing 300 nanoliter droplets of elution buffer, and we're transporting that over, and we're going to stage it near the samples until it's time to use the elution buffer to pick up the beads. Once all of the beads are pelleted, we will discard the remaining binding buffer back in the reservoir underneath the sample ports. We'll then lower the magnets and pick up the beads with the elution buffer and transport that around on the mixing loop to elute it. Simultaneously, on the right side of the screen, you can see that we're dispensing the End Repair Enhancer Master Mix, and we're going to stage that over close to where the beads are mixing on the loop. We'll start dispensing bead binding buffer over on the right side of the screen and stage that over near the mixing loop, at the same time that we are actually merging the Enhancer Master Mix with the eluted sample, transporting that around on the loop to mix it, and then we will hold it in place and incubate over the position of one of the heater bars on the deck. The Mondrian system protocols are designed to make the most efficient use of time possible. The protocol takes advantage of downtime during incubations to transport reagents and other reaction components to where they will be needed during the next step in the process. In this case, you can see that we are dispensing bead binding buffer, and momentarily you will see us start to dispense elution buffer as well. These will be staged up close to the incubation loop, and will remain there until the incubation is complete. And once the end repair enhancement reaction is done, we merge the reaction mix with the bead binding buffer, causing the DNA to move back onto the surface of the beads. This both stops the reaction and allows us to purify the reaction products. Following mixing and a brief incubation, we transport the droplets into position over the magnets. Once the beads have been immobilized on the surface, we discard the binding buffer and enzyme mix, and again use our 300 nanoliter elution buffer to pick up the beads, elute the DNA back off, and prepare for the end repair step, the master mix for which we are dispensing on the right of the screen. The system will then complete the end repair step, go on to ligation and final purification, and allow the user to collect the final library template.